Dr. Stephen Reece Sr. and the late Barbara Howard Reece, who marched for me 50 years ago.
A champion for voting rights.
We're going to bring you people that know about business. We're going to bring you people that know about what's going on in the tech. Put some soul into this whole tech thing that's going on.
She's a fighter for the people.
Welcome, Reverend Al Sharpton, to the show.
Congratulations on your show.
She's authentic.
We're bringing Joe Madison, known as the Black Eagle.
Congratulations on having the show. Nothing is more important than the local programs that engage our communities.
She's a proud HBCU grad. It's time for Alicia Reece's Soul Food, Food for the Soul, on Cincinnati's 24-hour urban gospel connection, Inspiration 1050 AM and 103.1 FM WGRI.
And hello, everyone. Hello, we done put the pictures up already. Okay, everybody, it's Mother's Day weekend. And it's also what? What time is it? All right, it's the weekend, baby. There we go. It's the weekend, baby. It's dedicated to all the mothers that are out there, all the mothers who are still here, and those who have gone on to glory. But it reminds me of the top 2 Mother's Day, and you guys can tell me what y'all think is the top Mother's Day songs. But I think the first one comes to mind is Mama. I think that's the first song. Let's see, we got a little clip of that we can hit real quick. Y'all went to the beginning. We got to get right to Mama. Okay. All right. We're going to get off on that one. Maybe we'll come back to those clips. But before we go off the show, Mama's my first one. And the next one is the Felipe Win. But we got to get right to the point. So maybe we can get those clips on the way out. I'll dedicate that to the mothers, Mama and Felipe Win, with the Spinners, Sadie. Those are my top. And you guys might have some others. But we're going to do the dedication to all the moms at the end of the show. So we'll come back to that. But I want to just, this is always a tough time for me. And I know it's a tough time for a lot of people who have lost their mothers. But I want to give a big shout out to my mom. And we might have a few photos of her. My mom, Barbara Howard Reece. And that's another one. My mom. We jumping around, Aziza. We jumping around. Okay. That's my mom. A lot of people might remember her after she got the breast cancer and the MS, and she was in a wheelchair. But my mom wasn't always in a wheelchair. Most of her life, she was standing up. And that's my mom. One of her younger pictures is Mama. And I don't know if we have another one with my mom. There she is singing. My mom up there singing, I tell you. And really just miss her. I got so many questions. I wish I could ask her now that I'm 55. I got more questions, but I know she's looking down on me, my brother, my sister, and my dad. And I remember when she was passing, she would say, "Take care of y'all dad, please." And she's one of the strongest people I know. And now that I'm getting older, I'm 55. My mother passed at 57. Wow, it's so young. And was in a wheelchair from her 40s to 57, but always still working and running the banquet hall and booking people's weddings and making people feel great about their events at Integrity Banquet Hall. She was singing, all the way. And she had a phenomenal career in music. You guys can learn a lot more about her. Barbara Howard, when she was Barbara Howard on the Rise, you can learn about her. She opened up for Stevie Wonder and was around with Aretha Franklin and so many others. So you can learn about her there. But as Mama, boy, Mama, I just want to say, Mama, you did a fantastic job. She made sure that me, my brother and sister, she instilled in us, no matter what we're doing, we must stop when family calls. And I think we're tight because my mom, raised us. And she didn't play. I'm just going to tell you right there. Now, you disrespectful and all that, she going to get you. So I was just thinking the other day, trying to make 2 or 3 of her recipes. And I'm so mad because, you don't pay attention. You're like, oh, mama gonna make it all the time. Oh, mama gonna make it. And I'm like, dang, I ain't got this one recipe how she do her baked chicken. And then she had another one with pork chops and lima beans. I can't make no lima beans. I'm like, dang, mama knew how to do it. I go to TikTok, but it don't work. But mama would go in there and we had the pressure cooker going and all that stuff. I said, man, the cornbread from scratch and all that, hot water bread and all that. Wow, I should have paid attention. But I just want to say, as I get older, I got even more respect for my mother because she still, had us and we got all of us. You always go to mama, you got your problems and you want to get, advice and all of that. And she was doing all that while fighting breast cancer herself, where she went into remission, I think 3 times, and fighting multiple sclerosis. So I'm just like, wow, that strength. And there's so many mothers out here that's just strong. I mean, just so strong. And then what I also loved about my mom, married to my father 38 years, but they've been together 40 years. She always had a way to fool us. We always thought daddy was the one, the strongest. And he had all the answers. And she knew how to, as a wife, not to, she would help. She was strong, but my dad was strong. And they was able to be a team. And I remember one time I thought I had him. I thought I had him. I come in, yeah, daddy, yeah. She said, excuse me, Who do you think you are? Who do you think you're talking to? Well, thought I was on your side. No. I'm grown. You a kid. This is your father. Next thing I know, they done turned on me. I said, well, I got to keep my mouth shut and stay in a child's place. So I just learned so many different things from them, going against the odds and always being there for me, my brother and sister through the tough times, good times and tough times, and training and developing us. And, there were some sayings. I'm going to give y'all these quick sayings. Some things she said, I always say these, I attribute it to her. Item number 1, she told me, when you get up and you get yourself ready and you get dressed, I want you to go look in the mirror. And when you look in the mirror, you see something you want to change, you change it if you want to change it. Once you leave that mirror and you go outside, once you leave the mirror and you say approved, when you go outside, you don't need no approval. And I had somebody one time come to me, I don't like so-and-so, what you got on or your hair or whatever. I said, wait. I woke up this morning. I put my clothes on. I looked in the mirror and guess what I said? They said, what'd you say? I said, approved. That means I don't need your approval. Approved. The other thing my mother told me is that people will not say you're great and everything. Don't you wait on that. When you did something good and God has blessed you, I want you to go in the bathroom, look in the mirror, take your arm, bend it back, and pat yourself on. And I'm so glad God chose Barbara Howard Reece to be our mother. So it's so tough because she's not replaceable. And when you lose a mama, I'm telling you, ain't nothing like a mother's love. It's a void that will never be filled. I done tried. I said, man, is it going to get easier? Is the pain going to get lighter? No, it doesn't. But what I have to do is thank God for the time that God gave me and thank God for choosing her to be my mama. So happy Mother's Day to everybody. I think we got the clips that go out to mothers. The first song they said is the number 1 song. Y'all tell me what y'all think is Mama. And I think that's Boyz II Men. Yeah, it's dedicated to my mama. You know I love you. To all the mothers out there, we love you. We love you, mama. Okay, now we're going to go to the second one. This second one, you can go down to the Cincinnati Black Music Walk of Fame. And y'all can get a picture at his star, Felipe Wynn. And y'all should go down to the Walk of Fame. It's a beautiful place to take pictures for Mother's Day. But when you go down there, you can hit this song. This is also a Mother's Day classic. Here we go. Yeah. Don't
You know we love you, sweet Sadie.
We love you. Yes.
Place no one above,
Place no one above a good mother.
Well,
I don't know how that became one of the top Mother's Day songs, but that was one. So we can hit that. Thank you. There it is. There it is. Yeah. So y'all can go down there and hear that music for free. You can go down to the Cincinnati Black Music Walk of Fame, and that's a great place to take Mother's Day pictures because you know the family is together and everything. Y'all can go down there to the Cincinnati Black Music Walk of Fame and take your Mother's Day photo. And when you do, y'all send it to me. Hashtag us. Cincinnati Black Music Walk of Fame so we can see those photos. So happy Mother's Day. And that's what we're going to be doing all weekend long. It's for the mothers, the good mothers, the good ones. Okay. The good mothers. And so we want to celebrate y'all. Y'all get to them restaurants early because y'all know it's going to be a madhouse. All right. Now, next we've got up. I got an action-packed show, you guys. Action-packed show. We also I want to thank everybody that came to my birthday celebration. Everybody's asking. I'm telling you, I'm just now recovering. Roller skated like I ain't never skated in years, right? And I jumped out there talking about let's do it like we used to do it. And my body the next day said, "What do you think you were doing?" But I want to thank everybody that came out. We had a huge crowd. All the skaters that came back. Oh man, and this picture is at the end of the event. So a lot of people even had to leave. We had more than that. One guy pulled up and parked at 3:00. We were there to decorate. Came up at 3:00 and said, "What are you doing? You early. Don't start at 6:30." He said, He told Jackie Taggart, Boyd, I got to park my car now because I won't get no parking space. And I mean, we jammed it all the way down, Coleraine. And I want to thank everybody that came out. And I want to thank DJ Andy and your line dancers. Thank y'all for coming out. We line danced. We roller skated. People had good food. The downtown skaters. Thank you. They have just painted the outdoor skating rink right next to Montgomery Inn. Y'all check it out. But yeah, the downtown skaters, they got me out there. We rolling. And we just got a lot of great, for those who are watching us on our social platforms, we've got a number of photos. Mr. Crawford, y'all. Mr. Crawford, the oldest skater in history right now. He just turned 99 the day before. So we both celebrated our birthdays together. He had just turned 99. He came out, and you all know him. He's a deacon at Corinthian Baptist. And he got his own clothes on, drove himself, and came out there. And it just meant so much to me. I don't know if we got any others, but we really skated, and there I am there out there. They was pumping me up, go, go, go. And then the next day out, my body was saying, no, no, no. So I want to thank y'all. I had a great countdown to 55, a great community event, a fundraiser. Thank y'all, those who gave, those who want to continue. You can give. You can call 513-861-6033. If you want to do that. But we just had a great time. And I was just overwhelmed by just how packed it was. And I want to thank Jackie Taggart Boyd, really leading that project and putting it all together for us. And I want to thank Veda Stevens and all that helped us. And I want to thank the skating rink called The Place. Brian, you and your team, Brian, the owner, and you and your team did an excellent job. I've been skating for decades, having skating events for decades. And thanks for all the people came. We even had people coming. Dayton, Louisville, Columbus was in the house. I mean, we was rolling. We had a great time. And I just can't thank you guys enough, and everybody that came. Everybody. We had young kids, the next generation of skaters. We had the older skaters. I mean, it was great. Thank you. Don Juan was the DJ. Man, it was just, it was amazing. And I want to thank all of those who helped make it possible. Okay. And Balloon Parlor, thank you. You really, really decorated the place so great. So I had a great countdown to 55. I can't tell y'all. I'm 55 and I'm alive. And I thank God for that. Okay, so that's that with that. That was a great thing. And you guys, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's that time. That time when everybody
It's time for the hot sauce moment.
yeah, people see me say, where's the hot sauce? Bring the hot sauce. I listen to you, the hot sauce. So thank you to everybody that has been listening to this show for 9 years. I've been doing broadcasts for 30 years. You guys been listening for this show 9 years, and I want to thank you for that. Now, first thing I want to say is that yesterday was the day of prayer. And if you're listening to me on Saturday, the replay, Thursday was the National Day of Prayer. And I was happy to host my annual Day of Prayer and Action Summit because you got to, faith without work is dead. And so I want to thank Pastor KZ Smith at Corinthian Baptist Church and Pastor Timothy Lane for hosting my Day of Prayer and Action. And we prayed and then we had action. And we were able to have brought in people from the county after we had our prayer and did all our stuff first. The second part of the summit was county folks, JFS director, which many people may not know. Our interim director, he is actually a pastor. And so John, our interim director, we had JFS, we had the Port Authority, we had the Community Block Grant and Development, Planning and Development. We had a small business director, and we were able to talk about the county. And because the county now, we're located in Bond Hill, y'all. Bond Hill with the former Mercy Health building. In that building is Jobs and Family Services. But this event was at Corinthian Baptist. So you have them as neighbors. We're neighbors now. And so they were able to also take a tour, and we had so many pastors. I don't want to start naming everybody, so I'll get in trouble. But I know that some of the pastors that helped host it, along with Pastor KZ Smith, we were able to have Pastor Quentin Monroe, who also Pastor Damon Lynch III. We had a number. Agape Ministries was there. Of course, Bishop Dantley. And it just went on and on. Pastor Walker, Bishop Thomas. I mean, they just kept coming. And so we want to thank all of the pastors. You could see them if you're watching us on the show. So I left no one behind. But it was a powerful prayer, National Day of Prayer, powerful praying that we had. And then after that, we got to get up and work. And so we brought people with resources. So I thought that would be a good thing that we got the resources to also connect to, and then understanding how county government works. Okay. I ran on 3 things. I told y'all we're going to shake it up. We've been doing that. We're going to open up the process. We've been doing that. And we're going to educate you what county government does. Okay. And so I want to thank everyone that was there. The head of the Port Authority, Laura, and the Black Realtist, and we had a number of presenters. Community Block Grant dollars. How does that work? What is that? The head of procurement for the county. We've got $1 billion budget. What are the contracts and how do you access them? And it was just a powerful, powerful day. And then I had a number myself of questions they could ask me and projects that we have worked on and are working on. And so it was just educational. And then they got a tour of the new facility in Bond Hill. And we'll talk a little bit more next time about this whole Bond Hill connection, because this is a huge historic thing for us for 200 plus years. You would have never thought that Hamilton County, would be able to be coming to Bond Hill and have our central campus that has Jobs and Family Services, all those operations. At the same time, we've got veteran services in there. We've got public health is in there, environmental services in there, developmental disabilities is in there, all in one building. And it came to Bond Hill. I remember I used to get beat up. Reece, you're always doing something in Bond Hill. I've been getting beat up for 30 years because I've been in Bond Hill, and was very instrumental to get the Community Action Agency in Bond Hill. And then now we've got the county building in Bond Hill, and we've got the Major League Baseball. I remember when I said, this park, we can't give up on it. I want the Little League World Series exhibition here. They said, Reece is crazy. We started getting it together. I was on city council. I brought the Reds out there. I said, oh, man, this could be something. They said, well, we can just give you some of our older chairs. And that got them in the door. And then they took it from there. And then it just became Major League Baseball Youth Academy. So we could talk more about the old Elder Bierman site sitting empty to the Community Action Agency headquarters with the late Gwen Robinson, and able to cut that deal to get that done. And then now, boom, here we are. I remember we was bringing the bus to Bond Hill. It was packed. And now we've got these services in Bond Hill in one location. And so very proud of that. Anybody want tours, give us a call, and we'll try to connect you to have tours, because this belongs to the citizens, and we'd love for you to know what is inside of there. The other thing, I want to give you some dates that's really important. Put on your calendar. All small businesses, if you are a small business, all small businesses, one of my initiatives was Small Business Day and the Office of Small Business. And so we're going to be Monday, May 18th. This is the 4th annual. We done helped a lot of businesses, $17 million in grants, and so much more. We'll be at the Sharonville Convention Center. It will be absolutely free. Doors open at 8 p.m. You can go to 513relief.org to register, or you can do walk up, but you want to register if you want to get into some of these big things like the deal room. You want to be in the deal room if you ready to do business. Now, don't go in there. You talking about you starting up. These are for people who are ready, and then the other people. So people who got the contracts with people who are ready to get the contracts. And so they got the deal room. They got free workshops. If you're a new business, they got workshops for you there. All this stuff is free. Also, how to put your business for e-commerce, how to deal with this AI. Where do we go from here is the state of small business that I'll be hosting on that part. But you don't want to miss this. Don't call me after May 18th. I'm bringing all decision makers, all the people that got funding. If there's any funding out there, they'll be here at the Hamilton County Small Business Day. 8 p.m. doors open, and it's on Monday, May 18th. Monday, May 18th. And then to senior citizens that are out there, start putting on your calendars May 27th. May 27th, Healthy Aging Summit. I guess I'm 55 now. Do I get some discounts? I think I'm supposed to get something now. But Healthy Aging Summit will be Wednesday, May 27th. We'll be at the Word of Deliverance. It will be a summit. So we'll have the 513 Relief Bus, because this is one of our big events. We'll be doing physicals on the bus, and we'll be checking your blood pressure and all that with no copay, right? And then we will have Council on Aging with us to give the state of senior citizens. We're going to talk about this fraud. People calling you, trying to get your money. You don't know if they real or if they fake. They're going to talk about that. Judge Alan Triggs will do a free estate planning workshop. You hear a lot about, you got to do estate planning. He's going to do a workshop at no cost for you. So please, all those who are with seniors, or you got some vans that can bring some seniors, be there at the Healthy Aging Summit on May 27th, okay? We'll talk a little bit more about that, but start getting those on the calendars. Get it in the church announcements. Now, if you're a church and you have not gotten our county church announcements that I do, you need to contact my office immediately so that you can get it and make sure your church members are not left behind. You can do that right away. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, there was an election. It was called the primary. Now, what is the primary? It ain't over. What they say, it ain't over. It's the primary that is the playoffs that gets you to the championship. So if you lose the playoffs, you can't get to the championship. Now, I want to commend because they have what they call precinct executives. These are people that will make up the local Democratic Party, and they will decide, who's going to be in charge of the party, et cetera. There's also a thing for state, around the whole state, to run to be deciding who will be the next chair of the Ohio Democratic Party. I want to thank all the voters. I always run, but I ran and I won both local and state. So I'll be dealing with the state party, and I want to thank everybody that voted for me, and I really appreciate that. I was not on the ballot for county commissioner. I don't go on the ballot for that until the presidential election. Okay, so that's 2028, but we got to get ready now. So I want to thank them. Also, I want to congratulate those from our team that ran for precinct executive. I want to congratulate Veda Stevens, my chief of staff. We were out in the polls on election day, and Veda Stevens won. I don't know if we've got that picture, but I want to congratulate him. Chase from my team, formerly from my team, also won. And then I want to congratulate Tracy Dillingham, Rochelle Thompson, Latanya Springs, Carmen Thomas, and Romaine Jones. And there's Chase right there. We was downtown. We was out there battling. They came after my people. They was coming after my people, running 2 and 3 candidates against our folks. And we were successful. So congratulations. I don't know, do we have the picture with Veda at the polls we can put up, Aziza? I think we have that one too. But we want to congratulate them because they were coming. And at the polls, let me just say, the biggest issue is that I'll send it to you again, and we'll put that up because they were coming. J.D. Vance, Vice President J.D. Vance, he also came and voted. He came to Cincinnati, Hamilton County rather, and he voted. So why would you not be voting? Why would you not be voting? So wanted to do that, but congratulations again. I want to say this, and then we're going to get to there he is. Yeah, Veda, we was out there, and Veda was battling. They had him, they was coming for our folks, and we battled. And congratulations, Veda Stevens won big, and you saw Chase downtown. They was battling at the library, trying to knock our people out, but our people won, and I won, and I want to thank y'all. It was a great day for us. So congratulations. Now, before I get to my guest, we got a fantastic guest coming up with the Cincinnati African American Firefighters Association. Before I get to him, I want to just say one last thing on this voting. It has been a mess. We cannot get distracted. I just told you the Vice President of the United States of America flew back to vote. So voting is important. It's very important. I want to say that there's some things that were coming out, and they said some slick ads and all that for dark money and all that. I was not a part of that. They did not include me. So if you got something in the mail, my face was not on it. So you don't have to call me, Reese, what is it? My face wasn't on it. You got to call the people who had the faces and find out who did it. My face was not on it at all. Now, and I'm saying this, don't mail nothing out with my face without my permission. Now, that's been my policy. But my face was not on it. Pastor Garrett, I want to give him a shout out. He won as well. Donald Garrett, and congratulations as a precinct executive. And we supported him as well. But I wanted to say that. The other thing I wanted to say is that I did not get involved in the county commission race. Okay? Because I run in 2028. I've been through this whole process. I've been through a tough primary. Y'all remember the primary? Y'all remember when they spent almost $1 million to stop me in the race? Y'all remember We had to come through the primary. They had to stop the election, and COVID came out. And we stopped it a day before, or a couple hours before the election supposed to happen. Y'all remember? Every time I looked up, it was 2 against 1, and they were trying to cut up the votes, and we had to do all that. Y'all remember when you couldn't come outside, and how I'm going to reach you because you can't come outside. You had to vote by mail, never voted by mail ever. We had to come up with it, educate you, motivate you, activate you. Y'all remember we was at the churches with the drive-thrus because you couldn't go inside the churches, couldn't go in there waving. You had to be outside helping. And we were helping, trying to help people with toilet paper and all that kind of stuff. We suspended our election. People didn't have food, all that. That's how the bus came about. The bus, I said, man, if I get elected, I'm coming back with a bus with resources. And that's how 513 Elite Bus happened. So we've been through all that. No endorsement from the party. And, we went through all that. We done been through it. And not no cheap money either. It was a lot of money. $1.5 million, I believe, spent to stop me. They spent $40,000 on one radio station to say I ain't nothing. And on a black radio station, they did it all. So I've been through all of that. I decided let the people make a decision. So I want to be very clear. I don't participate in stabbing or nobody in the back or nothing like that. I've never have. Because I believe that if I believe I'm the best candidate and I can beat you straight up, and I know a lot of people don't play straight up. They're going to stab you. But I had nothing to do with it. Was not a part of it. And I've been moving forward. My goal is keep moving forward. So whatever games, whatever strategies, whatever dark money and dark meetings and all that, I ain't a part of that mess. And so I just wanted people to know that. So you don't have to ask me, girl, what happened? All that. I don't know what happened. You didn't see my face on it. I don't know what happened. Girl, they done put the dark money. They ain't gave me no dark money. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You got to ask the people who faces and names were on it. I wasn't a part of it, didn't get no money to it. There's some people gave money. I didn't get none. So I wanted to clear that up. And where I'm focused on, I got to move forward. And we got some state races coming. We got the governorship coming. We got some stuff coming. And we got to know who's going to be the next governor. Who's going to be the person, Secretary of State, to draw them lines? Who's going to be the next attorney general to file the lawsuits? Who's going to be the next people in the Supreme Court to hear? Y'all always say, we're going to appeal. Appeal to who? We got to know who we appealing to. So we got a lot to do. It's a lot going on. And, we got to be ready. Be ready. So anyway, I just want to tell you that gas, as you know, is $4 or $5 a gallon. And, can't afford gas and electric. It's a lot. It's a lot. So this is Mental Health Month. And next week, we're going to start with one of our mental health series that we're going to have, because mental health is everyday people right now who can't survive. It's a lot going on that can affect your mental health. People losing their jobs. I'm talking about big jobs. And they getting the little jobs. They taking everything but the crumbs and don't want you to have nothing. So we're going to do our mental health segment, and it'll be next week, part of our Interact for Health moment. At this time, I'm excited to bring a special guest to come on who will be talking about a major convention as well as safety. John Dunn from CAFA. He's a Cincinnati African-American firefighters sergeant at arms. So you got the tough job. When it get hot and heavy in the meeting, you got to they give it to the sergeant at arms.
That's exactly right. I make sure everything stay copacetic and run smoothly for our organization, whether it's in meetings, at events, anything like that. My job is to make sure everything runs smoothly. Thank you for having me on today, Ms. Reece.
Absolutely. Well, let me ask you this. How long have you been are you a Cincinnati firefighter?
Yes, ma'am. I currently work for the Cincinnati Fire Department. I've been on 4 years and counting. Ironically, I am the youngest active member on our executive board. So.
Oh, wow. Well, you come in with an organization that has a legacy. And I always believe one of the things we've got to do, because I've been talking about this, in our community, there is a deficit in experience and expertise. And so connecting is so great that you're a part of Cincinnati African American Firefighter Association, because now you can take it to the next level, but you also can be appreciative that there was a time when someone that looks like you had no chance of being a firefighter, and particularly in Cincinnati and all around the country. And because of the Cincinnati African American Firefighters Association, they did a lot of work, a lot of, we got to get in the door, but then now we got to train the people. Now we got to have all of this. And so I'm super happy that you all are working on a documentary, and I'm happy to have been playing a small part on it with AZ Media and the Cincinnati African American Firefighters. Dr. Stephen Reece be in there talking about, I remember at Integrity Hall, they had trainings because you didn't have a building. Now you got a building. So it's just so much history, I think, will be good for people to learn. And you guys are bringing the International Firefighters, African American Firefighters Convention to Cincinnati. That is huge. Talk to us about it.
Yeah. So the International Black Firefighters Association. So the best way I like to explain it to people, because it kind of, make it as easier to get, is like it's the Super Bowl of conventions. So there's been, I think this is the 50th anniversary of this event, and the first time we have it in Cincinnati. So it's going to be all out huge. It's August 16th through August 22nd. So it's like a whole week where we're just going to have all kind of events. Obviously, we're going to involve the community and have Black-owned businesses involved. There's going to be every day there's going to be a different restaurant or a different event that we have at different locations for Black-owned businesses. But yeah, you got over 300 Black firefighters from all around the country coming here to Cincinnati to see our beautiful city. So we gonna make sure we put on for the city. We're gonna show everybody that's coming in town what we're doing. We have so much going on right now that we're planning. I do know May 12th is when we're going to lay everything out, kind of lay down the groundwork of what's going to be going on. So we're super excited about that, to let people know all the things that we have going on, all the keynote speakers, everything that's going to come out, all that's going to be on May 12th. But we're super stoked. Cincinnati's had never had this event. So the first time we're having it is this year. We're going to try to do it so well that we get it back again soon, for the next time it comes around.
Yeah, it's really hard to get. And congratulations on getting it to come to Cincinnati. And I'm so excited because, Cincinnati African American Firefighters has a long history of being in the community. I would say my first introduction to the organization, I had a radio show. Isn't that crazy? Had another radio show, and at that time, there were a lot of fires happening in the Black community, particularly at Avondale, and it was just like every week we were, losing someone in terms of their house being burned down, etc. And so I remember you all coming on. I had you on the show, the organization, and you launched where y'all were going to go door to door in Avondale. Jeff Harris, I think, was the president then, and they were going to go door to door, putting smoke detectors, checking them, and putting them in. And what was so important then was a lot of people didn't want to open their homes, but when the Cincinnati African American Firefighters, because y'all were from the community and of the community, people trusted you all to open their homes, and it was just a huge thing. So it wasn't like, oh, we just passing out smoke detectors. Y'all were coming in, checking, putting them up, and then the fire count in Avondale went down. I mean, it was just a tremendous type of partnership. So talk to us a little bit more about Cincinnati African American Firefighters and their partnerships. Of course, you got your jobs, and you get that call, you got to go. but talk a little bit about like the community connection before there's a fire.
Right. Yes. I'm glad you mentioned that. It's funny. I just talked to Jeff Harris yesterday. But yeah, community outreach is one of our biggest things that we try to do. Mentorship. We work with the Avondale Youth Council a lot to teach safety, fire prevention. We host CPR classes and stuff like that just to get out in the community, because obviously when you call us, it still takes time for us to be there. So preventative care, as you said, fire detectors, stuff just like keeping your door closed, and how to create different barriers for safety when it comes to fire, and not just fire. You gotta remember, we do a lot of medical too. So that's why we do the CPR class and work with the youth council and in our community all the time to teach people how to do fire prevention. We go to the meetings, the city council meetings, the neighborhood council meetings that we attend. And I work for the Two's House, which is in Carthage and Hartwell. So we go to those community council meetings to teach people about just, how to prevent, how to stay safe. Like, especially with, we just got through the winter months with, keeping stoves and stuff like that, keeping stuff away from space heaters, which is a big deal. Summer times is going to be kids getting out of school. So then we push like, all right, be a little bit more cautious when you're driving in the streets, because kids are going to be more out. They're going to be on bikes. They're going to be playing in the community and stuff like that. So just giving people the knowledge that, to be aware, understand your surroundings, and know that, there are things to prevent accidents, fires, all kind of stuff that you can do as a citizen before you have to get us involved.
Yeah. And let me ask you this. You also help with, do you all recruiting? Tell us a little bit about that. Like just trying to recruit, because obviously, y'all retire and you want to make sure that you're helping with the recruitment. And I know that was a big deal back in the day with Cincinnati African American Firefighter Association.
Yes, 1,000%. If it hadn't been for CAFA, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you as a executive board member. CAFA is, I owe my job to the previous executive board and the previous members of CAFA that's still around. Like you said, some of them are retiring. But yes, so recruiting is very important to us. We do things with testing and bringing in the kids with. We have our the program. I'm sorry, I'm blanking a little bit. The cadet. I'm sorry.
Yes, cadet program. That is huge. Yes.
The cadet program is really, really big for us. I think we just got the newer cadets coming in, but it's for high school kids, high school age kids. I think it's 13 to 18 that can apply every summer for our cadet program. And it's almost like, the best way I could describe it is like, it's almost like a summer job for the kids to get involved. So when they're out of school, the whole entire summer, they work with us and just learn, like we were saying, fire prevention, fire safety, CPR, stuff like that they can do, and they actually get paid to do it. So that's why I say it's like a summer job, and it keeps them active. It keeps them involved in the community in a good way, keep them, out of trouble, out of the possibility of getting in trouble. So our cadet program is very, very huge. CAFA members are the leaders and runners of that program every summer. So if anybody listening, I would say go online and look up our cadet program. That is our biggest recruitment tool. And yes, the turnaround in the fire department is huge. So right now we are a very young department. So, and we want to, continue to outreach to the community, to the Black community specifically, and continue to recruit members to come in, because like you said, there was a time when we didn't know how to do it or what to do to get this job, and there's people that paved the way for us to be able to do that.
Absolutely. Well, I am super excited. We're talking to John Dunn, who is the Cincinnati African American Firefighters Association Sergeant at Arms. So he's on the executive committee, and so important, former Chief Wright. And I got a chance to work with him, and he was the first. And it's hard being the first. Everybody, I want to be the first. It's hard. He's the Jackie Robinson of the fire department, because it's not what it is today in terms of having access and opportunities. And he and so many others in Cincinnati African American Firefighters Association has fought for that so that we could have that opportunity. Now, let's talk about this international convention. People are going to come from all over the world, right, to come here for this convention. Right. What happens at the convention? What can people expect? Is there training opportunities, or what, workshops? What happens with the international convention?
Yes, ma'am. So there will be all that. There will be training and workshops and stuff like that for the firefighters. So they don't, they're actually coming here as a representation of their department to do workshops and training, and that stuff will happen every obviously the weekday. It's like a work day. So from morning to 8, let's just say 8 to 5 for simple purposes. Like they'll do workshops, and we'll do trainings, and we'll do meetings to talk about the same stuff that kind of we're talking about, community outreach and how to get more Black firefighters involved in our respective departments. So all that will happen during the day. As a whole city for Cincinnati, our main goal is to provide, the comfort, the hospitality, the entertainment, and stuff like that. So as a whole city, that's why it's an honor for us to be the whole city, because we get to show them Cincinnati, what our city's like, and how much fun it can be, and all the joyous and good things that we have going on in the city. But there will be the firemen will come here, and during the day they'll do workshops, and we do workshops. So we don't, as an executive board for Cincinnati, to prepare for this event, we have went to other cities and went to other conferences, which is more like regional conference. So they're a lot smaller. Again, this is the Super Bowl of conferences. So so we definitely got to do it big, and we will. We have so many big plans. I can't wait. May 12th, everything will start rolling out. I've been biting my tongue, trying not to tell people what's going on, but it's coming. So
you can tell us here on Alicia Reece Soul Food. Come on and tell us. Give us
I really want to, but I have, everybody gotta wait. But 1 week, and we'll be rolling things out, and I'm uber excited for it.
Sounds great. How many do you know approximately how many people or visitors will be coming for this convention?
As far as I can tell you, as far as firefighters go, you're looking at about 300 to 500 firefighters. Now, who they bring and who else comes in, we really, there's really no way to gauge it. The best way we gauge it is look at registration. You can kind of tell who's coming. The international executive board, the big executive board, they will be in town. I believe this week. We have a retiree luncheon Tuesday, May 12th, actually, the same day that I believe the international executive board will be down, and we'll get a better understanding of what it's going to be. But you got 3 to 500 Black firefighters coming in. So it'll be jam packed. I know the hotel is the Hyatt Regency. So yeah, downtown. Yep. So yeah, I think it'll be pretty packed out. So
yeah. Well, we got to get them down there to the Cincinnati Black Music Walk of Fame, since we're gonna be bragging.
Yes.
We got to show them all
again. This reason I'm biting my tongue, because we got some big stuff planned for the Walk of Fame, for the Banks projects. We got that whole week. That whole week is gonna be more than enough to do, not just for the older, the younger we're gonna have stuff for the younger community, like the younger kids. We're gonna have stuff for the older crowd. So it's gonna be very, very mixed and diverse down there for stuff for everybody to do, everybody to get involved. So we're gonna
love that. Now, May 12th, that's a Tuesday,
that
and
is
that will be your official press conference
yes.
when you all tell the world what's actually going to happen. That's coming up May 12th, so it's right around the corner. Very proud. If we didn't have a strong chapter, Cincinnati African American Firefighter Association, with a strong reputation, we would not have had a chance to win, because this international goes to cities all across the country. And
Correct.
these will be, as you said, 300 to 500, but we're talking delegates. So they represent their delegates, and they're gonna, just like when you go to another convention, you have delegates, and they represent large amounts of people. And then, of course, others that will be coming on. I mean, we definitely couldn't pay for the training and experience and the exchange of ideas. I certainly see this as a way to increase recruitment and interest when
Yes.
people get to see these other your other counterparts that'll be coming from all over the country. So I think that would be definitely positive. We're looking forward to your announcement on
Yes.
on Tuesday, May the 12th, and it'll be laid out. I'm at telling people to tune in. How can people follow Cincinnati African American Firefighter Association? Because you're doing a lot. You did
Yes.
movie nights. You've got your own
Mhm.
building now. You renovated your own building. You got trainings and movie nights and a lot of outreach for youth, as well as adults, obviously. Tell people, how can they follow the Cincinnati African American Firefighter Association and find out what's going on with the convention and what's going on in the community?
Yes, yes. Thanks for asking that. We have any social media you have, man. We got a Facebook, we got an Instagram, we have the TikTok, we have CAFA.org is our actual website. So we have an actual website. Please visit it. And yes, keep up with what we got going on, because we got the layout on May 12th, but we also have a Juneteenth event coming up on actual June 19th in Avondale.
What's happening?
Yeah. So it's an event that is almost like just consider like a gathering for the community to come out on June 19th at Hirsch Center in Avondale. We're gonna have food. We're gonna have like food trucks. We're gonna have fireworks, games for the kids. We're gonna do again preventative safety stuff. Obviously, we got to keep that involved with the community to keep the kids engaged in what they need to do if they if something go wrong, medically or with fire. So that's June 19th, Friday. I believe June 19th is on a Friday. So it's actually on June 19th. We'll be at the Hearst Center in Avondale. So, but all this stuff, as you mentioned, can be found at our Facebook, Instagram, our website, CAFA.org. We keep that stuff updated so everybody can see what we're going on. Because like you said, we have a lot. It's a lot that we're doing for everybody. So even up until the convention, there's going to be so much going on with CAFA and our organization that we want everybody to come and participate in. Community outreach is our biggest thing.
Yeah, I'm so happy to see this next generation pick up the torch and really keep this moving and grooving. I remember when Kenyatta, he would have everybody wrapping gifts. I mean, you couldn't do nothing on Christmas. Everybody had to beat him and wrap some gifts. And so I'm just so glad to see this next generation. You guys are just picking this thing up, making this thing move and groove at a critical time right now when people need to see, African Americans, Black people in a positive light and career. And, you all can be mentors and have been mentors. Especially, this is Mental Health Month, and we've got too many people, teenagers committing suicide. We've got seniors committing suicide. And in the Black community, we just don't really, we don't talk about it. And so certainly with the cadet program and you guys having mentorships and so forth, they have somebody they can try to talk to. And so I just want to thank y'all for what you're doing, what you have done. And so all the social media, everybody, is CAFA, CAFA, CAFA. And you can find them on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all of those things. See, the young people gonna make sure, young generation gonna make sure we on everything. They on
Just put it on.
everything.
Just put it in Google.
Put it in Google.
It'll pop up.
And I'm happy with you guys partnering with AZ Media. Aziza does a great job. And he does a great job with my show as well. So I want to thank you for being on. We're gonna look lips sealed. We get, the 12
a few more days.
A couple more days.
Few more days.
Out there, y'all. It's gonna be out there. But we're looking forward to your press conference. We're looking forward to the international conference coming here, convention coming here, and we're excited. So thank you for coming on the show and sharing that. But y'all, Juneteenth is coming up. They got a big thing for Juneteenth. They got all kind of movie nights I've been seeing for young people. Every time I look up, y'all got something going on. They got smoke detectors if you need it. They got everything. Make sure you connect with CAFA. All right. Well, thank you for being on the show. Really.
Thanks for having me, Ms. Reece. Please, thank you for having me, and best of luck in all your endeavors for the future.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. It's Mother's Day weekend. Okay, it's Mother's Day weekend. We'll shout out to all the mothers. Princess Hearns, I see you on there. Happy Mother's Day. She's on there. Thank you for tuning in. And so many more. Linda Childs Jesus, thank you. You always tune in. Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day, Bernadette Watson. I mean, there's just a list. Y'all put y'all list out there to these mothers out here. Bernadette Watson. Some mothers have gone through some tough times, have lost their own children. They had to bury the children before they buried them, but they got buried. And I know that has to be tough. So big shout out to Bernadette Watson and also Mother's Day. I also want to give a big shout out to Jackie Taggart Boyd. I want to give her a shout out. She had posted, she'd been going through the breast cancer. I mean, and she is serious about it. And this is her anniversary, I believe. And so we just want to say thank you for your strength and happy Mother's Day to you as well. And we just got so many others. Tracy Dillingham, thank you. Happy Mother's Day. We just got so many people. So please, if you know a good mother, y'all, tell them happy Mother's Day. They don't have to be your mom, but, happy Mother's Day. And then pray for those of us who's lost our mothers, okay? It's going to be tough for us because you go on Facebook and you're like, wow. You know what I'm saying? My mother's song used to be, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. And I was a little girl. I didn't know what she was talking about because she had lost my grandmother. And Miss Teresa Burns, happy Mother's Day to you. And thank you for always tuning in. We really, 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 really appreciate it. Carmen Thomas, happy Mother's Day to you as well. And just so many more. I'm going to be shouting out a whole bunch of people. Romaine Jones, happy Mother's Day to you. Miss Aziza, with our show, our team. Miss Aziza, happy Mother's Day to you. We want to tell you happy Mother's Day. BJ Odom, happy Mother's Day. Peaches, Karen Williams, happy Mother's Day. We just going, Nija, happy Mother's Day. We going to go on and on, y'all. Keep it going. Keep it going. Don't stop with who I said. Y'all post. Keep it going. Happy Mother's Day. Rochelle Thompson, happy Mother's Day. LaTanya Springs, happy Mother's Day. Keep it going, y'all. Just keep it going. Tiffany, my sister, Tiffany Reece Stewart, happy Mother's Day. My sister-in-law, Karen, thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Karen Alexander Reese. Karen Jones, happy Mother's Day. We're going to keep it going. Y'all keep it going. Even when I come off the air, y'all keep it going. Keep the list going. Pass the mic. Keep the list going. Shirley Murdoch, happy Mother's Day. Keep the list going. Y'all don't stop. Don't stop. Just keep going. Keep adding names, y'all. Keep adding names. Nichelle Bowden, happy Mother's Day. Carol Mitchell Lawrence, happy Mother's Day. Keep it going, y'all. Keep it going. Darlene Faulkner, happy Mother's Day. Keep it going. Don't stop with me, y'all. Keep it going. Don't stop. Keep it going. Doris Owens, happy Mother's Day. Keep it going. Don't stop with me, y'all. Kathy Wade, happy Mother's Day. Keep it going. Keep it going. Miss Viola, happy Mother's Day. Keep it going. Christy Coons, happy Mother's Day. Y'all keep it going. Don't stop. I'm going to be off the air, but I want y'all to keep it going. It's like the wave. I want y'all to keep it going. Marquisia with the cute kids, happy Mother's Day. Keep it going, y'all. Cassie Jameson, happy Mother's Day. Keep it going. Don't stop when I come off the air. Don't stop. Keep it going. Until next time, keep it going. Happy Mother's Day.